So here's a neat matchup. Let's see. I can't keep mill and hand. This I go ahead and keep because I got 2 brutalities to try to keep me alive if I need them, and I'm trying to gather data for the bobble scry hand is what I call it for the spreadsheet. So I can use the bobble and a bell to try to basically scry and dig into the rest of the deck to try to survive. Opponent keeps this, I guess, trying to stay alive to do their combo. Yep. Now I noticed they scribed both to the bottom, so I figured it wasn't worth trying to use Bell here to mess that up. I used my bobble and saw a bridge on top, so I did not mill. And draw my cards, and I try to go for discard mode to see what's going on. So at this point, it's pretty obvious they're on the Nahiri plan. This is a neat deck. It's a Nahiri combo and Sahili combo, both in the same deck. So, yeah, again, going for discard mode. I don't want to escalate. Yeah. So now they have the combo in hand. And I am not aware yet. What is this? Oh, I can't see. Uh-oh. Again. So now I see they got the combo in hand, and I'm like, ooh. So they play this. Next turn they play that, and I'm dead. So I need to do stuff here. So I think... yeah. It might have been more correct to just brutality again for life. I don't know. Yep. Go ahead and exile that Snapcaster as well. And now I have another mill rock on top. So now I have to lay bridge. And I mess up here. I make a mistake here. I should have tried to mill into a land so I can play out my hand and be okay. But, because next turn they just went with the combo, but I didn't think about it and I just drew. So, what I should have done was self-mill to get a 5th land so I can play both bridge and brutality so I don't die to this combo and I don't die to this combo. I mean, they would have exiled my whichever ones had to get tapped, which would have been both, because I would have had to at least mill twice. I would have had to hope this next card is a land, otherwise I'd have been dead anyways. So, anyways, I lose game 1. It's my mistake there. And, yeah, so game 2. I win this one, no. So I keep it because I got a lantern and a seal. They brought in Relic against me, which honestly it doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. The most dangerous thing about Relic is that it draws at instant speed. And they also have Desolate Lighthouse in this opener, so that's pretty good. Otherwise, this Wall of Omens is dumb. I mean, I guess they can keep blinking it, but... So I go ahead and play out my seal now. I don't know why they shuffled away that whatchamacallit. I guess they thought that this was better. Oh, because yeah, they wanted to play this, and if they play Stony Silence, it shuts this off. Yeah, I have to shuffle away that Engineered Explosives. I knew I had a lantern on top, so I just, if I remember correctly, something like that. Draw that, see a good look at their hand, and I see there's a Nahiri. And I'm like, okay, like I'm pretty sure I'd let them draw the Nahiri. Yeah. Here it might have been correct to grab a needle to shut off the Nahiri, but I go ahead and now the reason I did this is because I decided I would use seal to get rid of relic, and then I would use bell to try to keep them off threads and mill myself into more mill rocks and whatnot to use Academy Ruins. But to do that, I had to get rid of the relic, so I killed relic. Yep, Nahiri. Yeah. So this, they have no instant speed draw there, so I go ahead and try to mill. I don't mill on my turn because Nahiri is going to draw them cards. Oh, why do I have this open still? So yeah, they go to shuffle all that back. And they do have instant speed draw here. It might have been... Oh yeah, I forgot. I have to get a bridge or something to shut off Nahiri or I die. So that's why I'm milling here, even though they have this out. So I mill again, still nothing. So I ghost quarter myself, go get my swamp. I have to... Now there's another seal on top, but that's not going to stop Nahiri, so I have to sack lantern, draw, and I get a needle. So that's gonna... They remand, but... I'll shut off Nahiri now. And now I can use ruins to get back my lantern. Yeah, they put stuff on top of their library. Remand and Serum Visions isn't really that good against me. I think they were hoping that I would blind mill and set them up. So, bridge on top. Woo! I need to shut off that lighthouse. Go for that. And they let it go. I don't know why. I think they should have remanded there, but... so here, something... My opponent messed up here, I think. So they go to play this... And I was like, okay, well, if I mill in response, they can draw in response by using this. Another possibility is in response they can remand that and then draw their engineered explosives, play their engineered explosives on one, sack this, and they'll have the two to wipe it. That's the correct play. So the opponent misplays here. They make a couple of misplays during this game, so I'm going to go ahead and list this as an 0-2, so that for future, if you're playing against a good opponent that doesn't make mistakes, this should have been an 0-2. My opponent made mistakes, and I've used them to the best of my advantage. But they don't see that line. Instead, I just mill in response, and they use Lighthouse to try to draw instead. Which is fine, because now if they draw that, I'm milling my needle. I'm just going to put my needle back on top, then play needle and aiming explosives. Yep. Go ahead and mill that Snapcaster. You're going to get another relic. Which, sure, I mean, it's not great for me, but whatever. Here, I need to get something. So I can, another needle or something to stop what they got going on here, specifically the lighthouse. There we go. Remand. So they are going to get another lighthouse activation out of this. Yep. blink so they can draw. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they win right here. Because is that right? Yeah, because I think what they should do. It's a good way here. Yeah, well, they go to they draw in response. But the problem with that is, I have an Inquisition coming up. I'm just going to draw Inquisition and get rid of it. You know, so I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm happy I didn't try to mill it because there was another one on top anyways, and I would have been out in Inquisition. So I just draw my Inquisition, get rid of Sahili, and then Needle. Opponent sacks that in response and makes me exile in response. So I need the Lighthouse. Now I just have to fight against Relic. Now they do have some draw here. Draw action going on still. They're going to remand their own thing. And now they are out. The only draw they got going on is this. So I wait. Yeah, now that's a mistake. They go to try to sack Relic to draw it. What they should have done is waited for me to untap. Because I have no way to real stop it. And that way they could have drawn their Wear and Tear. So that was a mistake on their part. They got too hasty with that. So that not only got rid of their Relic for me, it got rid of their Wear and Tear. They can't even Snapcaster it back anymore. Now here they should, I think what they could be doing here is using Sahili to draw cards with Wall of Omens. Instead they try to use it as like a 14 turn clock. Like, okay. Yeah, Snapcaster's not doing a whole heck of a lot. Yeah, I go ahead and I keep this. I'm not too worried about the life. Instead, I decide I need some way to I don't know, like another mill rock or something, since the Relic is gone. Now I forget they have the Snapcaster, so and they can just negate it. Yeah. So again, they can use they can do all sorts of stuff here to draw a ton of cards. They can use Serum Visions to they can use Serum Visions to draw a card, set up their next two, then use Sahili to draw another couple of cards, or use Sahili to flash back Serum Visions with Snapcaster. There's just like a ton of ways outs my opponent has here. And they play with none of them. Hold on, baby. We're about to go for a walk. Hold on. Alright, so I get my Pixis back. I want the Pixis instead of the Bell because I want to make it so that any future Snapcasters aren't going to be able to snap or flash anything back. So I play that. Yeah. Now, the bad part about this is I did not slide in Grafdigger's Cages. I should have in hindsight because they are using the Nahiri and Snapcasters here. But and now I've got a pretty good lock going on. And it's just, oh yeah, and I sack one of my shredders to get back my Inventor's Fair to shut off this Nahiri shenanigans they got going on. Yeah, I don't really need the decay because I know they have another Sahili, so it don't matter. I mean, I could try to decay Snapcaster, I guess, but Yep, and now it's just a matter of keeping my opponent on dead draws, which isn't too ridiculously difficult here. Yeah, Explosives is already needled. And that's going to be game. So yeah. Okie dokie. Again, I'm going to do this as an O2. We did try, there was like a third game, I believe. Where is that? There. Yeah. But I had to go answer the door real quick, and I wasn't able to finish it out. So, but I'll go ahead and show it anyways. I'm still going to count this as an O2. I should have lost that second game. This time I side in a surgical, and I side in 2 Grafdigger's Cage. I keep the hand. This is pretty good. And there's a that on top, which is super good. So things aren't looking bad now. Yeah. Yeah, and they don't counter it, so the only thing I have to worry about now is this relic can, I don't know about any of this stuff except for Nahiri. The relic can counter my surgical, and negate can counter one of these 3 most likely. Well, I mean, they might counter the surgical too, but anyways, yeah, they end up going. It takes me too long to get back, so